Shoot, less than 120 miles to go. I don't even have time to be dealing with something like this right now. I have to get there.
When I was growing up, I didn't know what I was going to accomplish in life. But yet, being 20 years old, I wanted to do something different than drinking and doing drugs like most young adults do at my age.
This weekend Spartan World Championship race in Pillington attracts some of the most extreme and intense athletes around. Some are Olympians. They come from all over the world, but none of them came quite like Isaiah Vidal. He came on bicycle all the way from Austin, Texas. And lucky for us, he recorded the whole thing.
Moments like these will always last forever. We all have a choice in life. We either choose to live or we don't. So it's day number 3 and I'm passing over Lake Charles over this humongous bridge. As I get to the very top, there's these barriers and I didn't react fast enough, so my bike dropped into these barriers at this very peak of this bridge. And I fell down, still clipped in to the bike, and as I fell, I immediately looked back and there was no cars behind me. Well, as I fell into those barriers, both my tires got flat, and that put me in a situation where I had to walk my bike on this really short edge. So I went to the shoreline, and I was there frustrated because I couldn't change my tires. So I prayed to God to please help me get feelings back in my fingers. The next thing you know, this man on a bike, 10 minutes later, is riding on the shoreline. And he fixes my tires. And later on, as I'm talking to him, he tells me, I've lived here for 10 to 12 years and I've never ridden this far. I asked the man, what do you mean? Well, I've never ridden that far down the shoreline.
There's Mississippi.
As I was passing through Alabama, the skies looked dark and I was in the middle of nowhere. Next thing you know, there was this random tractor. I sneaked under it and it provided me shelter against the rain.
I've been through some crap. 48 miles worth of crap. A lot of hills, a lot of crap here in Virginia. It's just sucks. I was cussing, I was screaming at my legs. I'm there mentally, but my freaking thighs, my body isn't. My body doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to go. And I'm like, shit, let's go, let's go. I start cussing at myself, Day number 10 and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at my thighs. Anyways, I'm gonna keep pushing through this crap. Fine, and actually make it to here, West Virginia. I am at the West Virginia state line and I feel pretty successful. I feel pretty good. Alright, so I made it to Cumberland. Really wide open road.
I was stuck for 3 hours because of the rain. I was sitting there, blowing my sorrows away, until a man came up to me and asked, "Are you staying dry?" I laughed, and he asked me what I was doing and where I was coming from, and then I told him, "I'm coming from Austin, Texas." The man was instantly inspired, and then he went on with his own business. 10 to 20 minutes later, the man comes back, and he's like, let's wrap up your bike and put it in the back of the truck. I'm going to take you to a hotel from here. Because unfortunately the next hotel was not until another 15-20 miles. So we wrapped my bike up, and as I was in the truck with the man, he tells me, I was never supposed to go to the convenience store that day. I'm like, why? He just said, I don't know why.
So I made it to the state line of Pennsylvania and New York, which is pretty awesome. I just crossed that bridge. There's a lake right there. Welcome to New York. And obviously Hancock is straight ahead. Village on Hancock. Yeah, buddy. We got one more state. This is the last state I have to go through in order to go to Vermont. So, pretty exciting. Alright, so I'm in almost to Hudson Falls. I'm about 50 miles away from Rutland BT, and I got a big issue. My bearing on my bike is breaking. See, it's wiggling really bad. There's a bike shop that I have to go west in order. It's the only closest one that I can find. It's 5 miles from here. It's gonna shoot me a different direction, but only for 5 miles. But 5 miles, you know, it adds up. Anyways, that's where I'm headed right now, to some bike shop, so I can get this checked out and actually fixed. Because otherwise I won't make it for the next 60 miles that I have left. Other than that, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna go to that bike shop and I'll update it, and then bye-bye.
I met with Joe DeSena. He's the CEO and founder of Spartan Race, and he challenged me to bike from Texas all the way to Vermont for this race. And 2,000 plus miles later, I'm here.
Austin to Pittsfield, Vermont took him 16 days, 133 hours on the bike, averaging 14 miles per hour.
It was brutal. It was taxing on my body. I mean, it was painful.
This weekend, Vidal, the 9th-ranked American male, will face off against fellow obstacle endurance racers, including several Olympians in the sport's biggest race, but none with quite the warm-up he had.
A lot of people would say it won't prepare you for this race, but honestly, I don't know what it did for me. All I know is that I did a journey that was able to inspire people, that anything's possible if you just put yourself in the position to actually do it. And for me, I'm so glad at 20 I was able to do something like this. You know, it's a blessing, a true blessing.
We were all gifted in life. And for me, I was gifted to do the things that I can do. I was able to finish this journey and ask myself, what's next? So I stick to God's plan, because I know He does have one for me, and it's already built. I have to continue riding my life's journey.
I never biked over 25 miles in one day, and I biked 135 the first day, 150 the second.